I tried to give my patients fairness. No, you did not. Compassion. No, you did not. And the best possible quality orthodontic care. It's been 8 years.
You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up.
Welcome back to Cosmetics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today's video is my braces update story. Well, braces update. The original braces video is a story time video where I ask you guys if I should sue my orthodontist or not, because I have had my braces for about 8 years. When I posted that video, I didn't think too much of it. I just posted it like I post any of my other videos. When I went for my next appointment, which was September 7th, I believe, when I went for my next appointment, it seemed a little weird. It seemed like they might have seen the video. Now, how they come across it, I don't know, but one of my subscribers actually has the same orthodontist as me, and we discovered that because of all the details I was giving her. And then my friend also goes to the same orthodontist, which I had no idea about. Just to recap, I've had my braces for 8 years. I want them off like 10 years ago, okay? I want them off now, today. Basically, a rundown of what happened at my last appointment is I went in. My mom actually called me on the morning of my appointment, and she was just like, hey, Bouge, when did you say that your next appointment was? And I'm like, it's today. And then she was like, do you want me to come? And then I was like, well, yeah, it's kind of getting down to the wire, so you should come. Meet me there. But my mom, I stay, like when I go to Toronto, I stay east and my mom lives west. So she's like, if you want me to come, you have to tell me now. So then I'm like, yeah, come. So she had to leave her house because my appointment was for 1 o'clock or 1:15, and it would take her about 2 hours or an hour and a half to get down to where the appointment is. So yeah, so she said that she was coming. Cool. I get to the orthodontist office. I'm in the waiting room waiting for them to call me. I got there a little early, so I think they were on lunch break at the time. Nobody was there. And then when it was not my time to go, they called me. They took my folder and brought it into the office and told me to lay down in the chair. So I messaged my mom and I'm like, Mom, they're gonna start me in a minute. She's like, stall them. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not like, she's like, stall them. I'm like, okay, I'll try. So he wasn't actually in the room with me yet. He was still doing something, so he wasn't in there. So I decided to get up and go to the washroom. And I did not need to use the washroom, but I was just like, Mom said to stall, so I'm gonna stall. So I go to the washroom and I'm in there for a good 5 minutes before I go back to lay in the chair. I go lay in the chair. He comes maybe after another 5 minutes had passed. He'd come. My mom still was not there. And he starts working on my mouth. He's like, hey, Bouge, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Casual convo as always. He's asking me questions like, has there been any problems? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, no, everything's pretty much been the same. I'm just really excited to get them off. And then I slip in there that my mother is on her way. And I was like, my mom's coming. So yeah, I don't know if she wants to talk to you or what, or she just wants to be here. I don't know what it is, but she's coming. So he goes silent, okay? Like, no, like you could hear a motherfucking elastic drop, okay? An elastic, bitch. The same elastic they put on the brackets, you could hear one of them motherfuckers drop. That's how quiet it got in the room. And then maybe like 2 minutes later, he's just like, oh, why's your mom coming? And I'm just like, it would have been way less awkward if you said that as soon as I said that she was coming. But even so, what the fuck do you mean? Why is she coming? She's paying. She paid for the braces. She's my mom. Why is that your question? Why? What do you mean, why is she coming? Because she can, bitch. The fuck? So anyway, I didn't even like, I was just like, well, I don't know if she has questions for you or what, but I guess because it's getting down to the wire, she's coming just to, like, you know, see if there's any changes or blah, blah, blah. I don't really know. She called me. I didn't call her. That's what I told him, which was factual. So he continues working on my mouth. What he was doing took actually longer than usual, but because my appointments are usually about 15 minutes long, so this time he took about 25 minutes working on whatever the fuck he was working on, changing my wire and doing closing spaces and all kinds. And then he tells me that he's going to move this tooth I think, down, and this tooth up. So the two teeth beside my first teeth, my front, I don't know what the fuck teeth are called, y'all, but like, he said he's gonna move this one down and this one, no, this one down and this one up. These here, right here. And he's like, now, Booge, do you want me to, this is after he's already told me my braces are fucking coming off in October. Do you want to wait till your next appointment, which would have been my October appointment? He's like, do you want to wait till your next appointment to see where we're at, or do you really want me to work towards getting them off? I just looked at him. I gave him one piece of look, because I'm just like, don't ask me no stupid questions. What the fuck do you mean, do I want you to work towards getting them off? You already told me October is when they're coming off. So why is it now that I'm here for my September appointment that you're telling me that is a possibility that they still might not come off in October? Where do they do that at? Like, how does that even make sense? You shouldn't have told me in August that they're coming off in October if when I came in September you were gonna say some other shit. If you weren't sure, you shouldn't have said anything, because I've already been here for 8 motherfucking years. So there's no point in me, or there's no point in you telling me something, getting my hopes up after there's a long stretched out period of time for you to just ask me if you should work towards getting them off, or if it's okay if we wait till my next appointment to see where it's at and then take them off. But here's the problem, okay? Before I even get into when my mother arrived there, here's the problem. So when he said that to me, I gave him a look. I was just like, you already know the answer to your question, motherfucker. I did not respond. I just looked at him. And he's like, okay, I will work towards getting them off. And I said, thank you very much, because we don't have any more time. Like, say I were to die tomorrow, I'm gonna die with my braces on my teeth, I would be pissed. I will come back and haunt this man. Like, don't play with me. Like, I'm so irritated. You guys have no idea. Anyway, he ends up finishing up in my mouth or whatever. Pause. He ends up, he finishes working on my teeth. That's what we're gonna say. He finishes working on my teeth, and he hands me my charts, and he actually, as we're walking out of the office where my teeth were just being played with, basically, because clearly this man don't know what he's doing. Like, so we walk out, and as we're walking out, I see my mom walk in, which I'm like, oh bitch, you perfect, bitch, wait, no, sorry mom, I'm so sorry. I'm like, this is perfect timing, perfect mother effing timing, okay? The timing was to the T, because I was like, the whole time I'm there, I'm like, okay mom, where are you? Like, we don't have time for this. He's gonna try to like take his next patient so you don't have to talk to him. So she walks in as we're walking out, and I'm like, hey mom, blah blah blah, and he comes and he's standing at the counter, and we're trying to schedule my next appointment. A while back, he had actually started getting me to be scheduled midweek rather than like a random day. And so again, he was trying to get me to schedule midweek, and so I turned to him and asked him, I'm like, what's up with midweek? Like, why Wednesday or Thursday? Like, why not what's wrong with Monday, Tuesday? And I don't care, like, I just wanted to know why he wanted those specific days. And so he basically tells us that he's cutting back on his hours. He doesn't say why, he just says he's cutting back on his hours. And I said, okay, oh, that's interesting, like, you know, blah blah blah. So him and my mom are talking. It's not conflictual, is that a word? There's no conflict there, but they are talking and they're discussing, and we're talking about basically the process to get the braces off. So when I go in October, which is this month, when I go, I will have to go on, it's a week-long process. So basically, it's not really a week-long process, it's just 2 appointments, 1 week after the other. So the first week, basically I would go in and they would mold my teeth. And the reason they're doing the mold is to make my retainer for me. I asked him if I can get a permanent retainer on the top, because both of my sisters have braces. One has a permanent retainer and one has a push-in retainer. The one with the push-in retainer is the one that actually had his work on her teeth. And she does have a space again. It's not large, it's not like a ginormous space, but there's still a space there, and I don't want the issue of my teeth shifting. I'd rather have a permanent retainer up there and not have to worry about popping in and popping out a retainer, because I've already had to deal with this for 8 years. I've already had something on my teeth for 8 years. Despite the fact that I only have to wear it for certain hours or like in the house or something like that, I still do not want to put a pop-in retainer in. I want a permanent retainer behind my teeth so I'm worry-free. I asked him and he's like, well, I prefer to do the pop-in, pop-out method retainer and blah, 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 blah. Everything is no for him. Like, if you ask him for something, it's just no. It's his way or it's no way. So I'm going to press the issue again when I go in next time and explain to him that it's not even an option. I want a permanent retainer. I do not want a pop-in, pop-out retainer because I do not want that responsibility. It's already been too much, too long. Like, I don't want that responsibility at all. So anyway, he's saying no to the permanent retainer. He's gonna put one on the bottom but not the top. He's explaining to my mom, because I already knew the process, so he was explaining to my mom how the retainer process works. So we go in, I get my molds, and then I leave. I come back exactly a week later to get my braces actually removed and get my teeth filed and all that and whitened and whatever, okay? That's the process once I come back the second week. That's all cool and shit, but like, for me to be traveling to I was originally going to travel and just stay a week in Toronto, but then I was like, I don't want to bring my equipment. I don't want to bring my laptop. I do not want to have to worry about that stuff. So I'm just going to go for the day of my appointment, and then I'm going to come back home, and then I'm going to go back the following week, which is still, it equates to the same amount of money. Actually, it's less money for me to do it that way than for me to stay in an entire week. So I'm just gonna do that instead. But after he was talking to my mom, he finished up talking to her, we decided which days I would go to take my to get my mold and take my braces off. He went into his office. So I actually said to the secretary, I was like, is it possible to get a copy of my chart? And she kind of froze and was looking at me and my mom like, the fuck? Like, what do you want that for? And then I was just like, she's like, I can see about it, but maybe you should ask your doctor. Maybe you should ask the doctor because he'll have more information about that for you or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And when I say she kind of like, she was really like taken back by that. She kind of had an attitude about it. And I was just like, okay. So she's like, you should catch him before he leaves. So me and my mom go stand in his office and I ask him for the chart. I'm like, can I get a copy of my chart? And he was like, well, by law, we have to keep it for blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, but we're not asking you for your copy, we're asking you for a copy. So you can keep the original, but we would like a copy. And so of course they're trying to pry to see what we want to do with the chart. And I'm just like, I just want to frame it. Like, I just want to frame it. This is a big milestone for me. It's been almost 8 years. There's been 8 years. And I want to frame it and keep it in my house. That's obviously not the reason I want the chart. I want the detailed chart because if I do decide to sue this man, then I need to have everything that he has on my teeth, because if it's my teeth and I'm the patient, then I should be able to see a copy of my chart, or like, you know. And if he doesn't want to give me a copy of it, then when I'm there the next time, I will take photos of it with my phone. If we have to take it there, that's what I will do. But as far as I'm concerned, it's my teeth. This has gone on way too long. We already know he's freaking fraudulent. So it's not the time to play. Like, if I ask you for a copy of my fucking chart, you better provide me with 2 motherfucking copies, motherfucker. Like, I'm not even playing anymore at this point because it's so irritating to me. Like, he really pissed me off on the 7th because I was just like, the nerve of you to ask me, we should wait till the next appointment to see if we'll be ready to take them off. We should have been ready 4 fucking years ago to take them off. So don't tell me anything about anything. Anyway, once we asked him, he said he'll see about it or whatever. He'll see about it. Like, I can't explain to you guys how frustrated I am. What do you, like, I'm not even gonna, okay, let me just find my Zen, bitch. So We go back out to the counter to actually get the 2 dates that we're gonna choose for my mold and my removal. We go to the desk now, and she asked what he said, and we're just like, well, he said he'll look into it for us. So then she's like, oh, and while you're standing here, you should read this. Let me read this to you, and this is why I think they seen my video, because the last time I went, this was not there. And when I called my friend that goes to him for her braces, she told me that they had contacted her the Wednesday before, which was after I had posted that video. So, to the patients / parents of Dr. We ain't gonna say his name, okay? Because I need y'all to be knowing where the fuck I'm going to get my teeth fixed. I want to start by saying it has been a privilege for me to have been associated with my many patients and staff over the years at blank blank orthodontics. As I enter my 36th year in orthodontic practice, the time has come for me to consider my retirement plans. Where are you going? Where are you going, my nigga? Like, where do you think you're going? You're not even finished working on motherfuckers. How dare you think you can just up and leave, okay? And listen to the reason, bitch. I have been fortunate to have had good health during my career, but mother-father time is catching up with me, and I am finding the daily rigors of practice more difficult. Before this worsens, I feel I should retire. You's a damn liar, because every time I'm up in there, you singing and carrying on and humming like you was in motherfucking the Supremes, okay? Diana Ross and the Supremes, or Gladys Knight and one of the Pips, okay? That's what you was sounding like. So I don't understand how all of a sudden you feel like the daily rigors of practice are more difficult for you. I tried to give my patients fairness. No, you did not. Compassion. No, you did not. And the best possible quality orthodontic care. It's been 8 years. It's been 8 years, and every time I get a fucking tune-up, something goes wrong. And what I mean by that is the last time I went in for my appointment, which was September motherfucking 7th, and he did what he did, my gap opened again. Every time I go, he fucking opens my gap and then has to close my gap the next appointment. And that's how I know that when I go to fucking get my mold for my retainer, I'm not going to be able to, because my gap is open again. So if he molds my teeth, if he takes a mold of my teeth the way they are today, the way they are now, the way they are going to be when I go in for my next appointment, my retainer's not gonna fit because there's a fucking space in between my teeth. What is that? I'm pissed. I'm livid, okay? Anyway, back to regular scheduled programming. I am fortunate to have 2 very talented orthodontists continue the tradition established at this establishment. I'm just not saying the place that it is, okay? Dr. Blank and Dr. Blank come to our practice as highly qualified orthodontics. I have never heard of these 2 people. And quite frankly, my braces better come off this month, because if they do not, I don't know these 2 people, and I'm not having a new person work on my teeth. So, all I know is when I go there to go get my mold done, this situation better get rectified real motherfucking quick, because I refuse to go into November with these on my teeth. I refuse. I have enjoyed getting to know them both, and I am confident they will continue to provide the best quality orthodontic care for you. Not for me. This is for the other motherfucking patients, because it can't be for me. I refuse. Dr. Blank and Dr. Blank have agreed to continue and complete the orthodontic treatment for my patients in the current location, then subsequently remove their braces, place retainers, and follow the patients in retention for 2 years at no additional charge to the previously arranged contracts. So I don't know if when I get my braces off, I'm supposed to still continue going there for 2 years. That makes this 10 years total, a decade. A decade, okay? I could have had a baby when I was in high school, and it would have been 10 right now, and I would still have my braces on. Still have my braces on. I have also decreased my teaching responsibilities at the University of Toronto in preparation for this transition. I am confident that the legacy of blank blank orthodontics will continue and wish only the best for my patients, parents, staff, and Dr. Blank and Dr. Blank. Thank you for giving me the privilege to help you and all the confidence you have shown in me. I'm probably not the only person that hates your guts, and I'm probably not the only person that has no confidence in your abilities or lack thereof. All the very best, Dr. Dipshit. That right there is the products of guilt, okay? That is the products of guilt. I don't know what mother father crap is. I don't know what that means. I don't care. The fact is, after I posted that video, that's when the announcement that he was going to be retiring came about. My friend, when I called her, I was like, what exactly did he say? Like, what happened? Let me just go to my text. Okay, so on September 9th is when I spoke to her. That was a Friday, and they had called her on the day that I had my appointment, which was the 7th, okay? But this is what she said.
Okay, because Barb called me and was like, oh yeah, he's retiring, blah, blah, you have to reschedule. And I'm like, okay. So then she's like, what? It's going to be till October. I'm like, all right. I'm like, are you going to give me a call the week before to remind me? She's like, no. I'm like, so you're telling me at the beginning of September for my appointment in the middle of October. I'm like, alrighty then.
So they actually canceled her appointment and told her she wouldn't be able to have her appointment until October. And then she's like, well, like, are you going to call to give me a reminder? And the secretary was like, no. The secretary is so rude, you guys. She's like, no. And then she's like, okay, well, like, basically she didn't get her appointment for September because all of a sudden he decided he was retiring. So that's the fucked up thing. The whole situation is fucked up. That is what's going on with my braces update. I will let you guys know in like 2 weeks exactly what happens next, because I really do have a strong feeling that when I go to get that mold, I'm not going to be able to get the mold, because I'm not going to get the mold while my space is open. Like, as small as it is, my name ain't Keisha Cole, okay? It's really not. I do not want a space. Spaces do look cute sometimes. It looks fine, but like, I want my space closed. I did not get braces to have the same teeth that I had fucking 8 years ago. Like, with what? Anyway, yeah, like I said, I'll update you guys soon. Hopefully it goes as planned, but you know, it's probably not going to, which is really disappointing. But yeah. And in conclusion, depending on how it goes at my next appointment, that is when I will decide finally if I am going to pursue suing him. Hopefully somebody will do it pro bono. Shout out to one of my subbies, because she definitely gave me some lawyer info, and that is the lawyer that I will go with if I can get my chart, first of all, and be able to present that case. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't have to go there for me, but by the looks of it, bitch, it just might, because I'm motherfucking tired. Anyway, you guys, I do love you all, and I will definitely see you in the next one.